There is no one set plan as far as a state requirement goes, but according to Governor Ned Lamont, every school, no matter the district, is putting safety first.
This is a public education emergency, and we're going to step up to make sure that we're meeting the needs of our learners, getting them in the classroom, because that's where they learn best.
Over 230 school districts participated in a survey sharing their thoughts of re-entering schools. The survey found 76% of students look forward to re-entering the schools. 81% of teachers say they also expect to re-enter schools, but the governor notes that many are still unsure.
As we talk about education, talk about how important it is to get these kids back in the classroom, public health is going to be our priority number 1, 2, and 3 for teachers, superintendents, and all the powers that are there.
The governor promises state-donated personal protective equipment and technology needed to keep students and staff safe.
The goals are to get our students in our schools. We know that students with special needs, students that are English learners, students that have been disengaged in distance learning are more likely to suffer if we don't get our students back in schools.
In an address to the public, some superintendents got a chance to share a bit of their plans for reopening their schools.
Our goal was to make a plan that could be fluid back and forth. So we color-coded our school reopening plans to be green, which means full in-person, come back to school opening, yellow, which is signaling our hybrid model, which is a 50% capacity, and red, which means we are back to distance learning because it is not safe for everyone to come back into the building.
The state plans to follow the CDC recommendation to cohort students, basically keeping students and teachers together throughout the day and avoiding the mixing of classes.
We are cohorting our elementary students. We're looking at keeping those classes together throughout the course of the day. We're doing the same in our middle school, although it's not a class at a time, it's more of a grade level team. But Governor Lamont, you mentioned flexibility. It's very difficult to cohort at the high school for a variety of reasons, including just the nature of adolescents and teenage students.
Mask breaks will be allowed to give children time to breathe. Tonight, New Haven Public Schools still ironing out the details of its reopening plan.
But I'm going to ask you to think very seriously about this. We must have safety standards that are not negotiable if we're going to bring these children back to school.
At this time, the state is reviewing plans sent in by individual school districts. But if you're wondering what your school district is doing, just visit that school district's website. In Hartford, Brian Ditlake, Fox 61 News.